about now? Yeah. Thanks so much for hanging with us. It's a blessing to be the first to go on a stage like this, but we're working through some tech. So I don't know that the headphones are going to work, but you can hear me on amplified sound, okay? And they were having a little bit of trouble with the TV, so we're just going to roll with it today. So my name is Kristin Binford. I'm a wedding venue owner myself, and today we're going to be talking about winning in 2023 and beyond. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? All right. So I got a question in the back of the room last year. Hey, Kristin, is this for me? Should I spend a few minutes with you today? And I just want to say yes. Whether you're brand new in the wedding industry or brand new to owning a venue, like my client Jen was, she had 0 weddings booked when I met her, and she implemented what we're talking about today. She's rocking years later with a team. Or Ronnie, who I actually met last year here at Wedding MBA. In December of 2021, he implemented what we're going to talk about today. He has booked 130 weddings since December of 2021 last year, and he was generally booking about 50 weddings a year. Okay, so real quickly, guys, why I think you can trust me. Whenever I go to a talk like this, I'm like, who's standing on the stage? I'm interested to know who I'm learning from and hearing from today. I own a wedding venue. We've been in business for 10 years. Joy says she can't hear me. I should talk louder into the microphone. Oh, gotcha, Joy. Okay. We have about 165 weddings booked right now. That's our normal run rate. We were blessed to be voted Best Wedding Venue in St. Louis in 2022 by our major magazine in the area, and I've served as a business coach to hundreds of wedding venues over the last 5 years. So why I tell you that isn't just to tell you about me, but to say what I'm sharing with you today isn't just my personal experience as a venue owner, but also after having conversations with over 1,000 venue owners over the last 5 years, okay? So now, by show of hands, how many of you feel like your ideal couples, the ones you really want to book, right? They bring you joy in your business, show up to the beginning of the tour ready to book? The beginning of the tour ready to book. Okay, go Amy. Yeah, a couple people in the room. I celebrate you for that. All right, now, by show of hands, how many of you book 5 or 10 or 15 weddings a year sight unseen? Meaning they booked your venue before they actually tour. Yeah? Okay, great. A few more hands. So, guys, I will have a visual you're not going to be able to see, so you're just going to have to hang with me since the tech didn't work today. But these things are regular occurrences at our venue, and I don't say that in a boastful way at all. I say if they're not at yours yet, that sounds like an opportunity for me in 2020, or for you in 2023 and beyond. So I want to talk about why 2023 is feeling different for some venue owners. And this definitely varies a lot based on the market that you're in. I'll be the first to say that. But if you're following me anywhere in the industry in 2019, there's a graph you can't see on the screen right now. But if you're following me in 2019, I was saying, guys, this might be our last best year ever. We were getting to that point that we were having a tipping of supply and demand. More and more venues were continuing to open. I know we've all felt that over the last few years, right? In 2020, we obviously saw the drop in demand for all the obvious reasons. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. But since 2020, we felt this rubber band effect, right? Booking weddings the last few years has been easier than it historically has because of reschedules, because of pent-up demand from 2020. But 2023 is feeling different because from my perspective on the bus, we're starting to see that normalized pre-pandemic demand. But it feels different. Why does it feel different? Because venues have continued to open over the last 3 years. So you're not crazy if you're feeling like it's feeling different in 2023. We are seeing the gap. So the bottom line is the marketplace has changed. It has become more competitive, and that's not going to change. So we as venue owners can keep doing things the way we always have, or we can evolve our approach, right? And that's what we're doing today. So one of my favorite questions, and I have quite a few coaching clients in the room, so you guys will know this. One of my favorite questions to ask myself is, am I solving the right problem? Am I solving the right problem? Because truthfully, what you're focused on and what you're trying to solve for is either taking you closer to your goal or it's taking you farther away from it and you don't even know it, right? So when we talk to venue owners, so Janie and Jerry on my team are all here with me today, and what we often hear is like, oh, Kristin, how do I get more tours? Or how do I follow up faster with a couple? How do I advertise my business better? But I want to leave you today thinking differently about your business and changing your focus. So The truth is, those questions from my seat on the bus, if you ask me, Kristin, why do you have, or how do you have 165 plus weddings booked right now? It's because we're focused on a different question. So if you have anything to write with, I would take some notes today. Those questions, how do I get more tours, how do I answer a response faster, or an inquiry faster, are not the most important questions. And continuing to focus on them in your business is a distraction, from my perspective, from doing the work that produces the most return. So the question to ask yourself in 2023 and beyond is, how do I create and offer what couples already really want to buy? Okay, how do I create and offer what couples already really want to buy? Now, as a culture, we want what we want, and we want it now, right? That's just consumer behavior. We used to be willing to buy a package and wait for a week for it to be delivered. And then we wanted it in 2 days. And then we wanted it in 1 day. And now we want it the same day delivered by a robot, right? We want what we want, and we want it now. And it is the same thing for your ideal couples, right? So the better your ideal couples understand you have what they want, the more book, okay? So the first step in that process, from my perspective, is to create a clear and compelling value proposition. This is the important part, that couples actually understand before they get to the tour, right? So if I ask, hey, do couples understand your value? So often venue owners say no. And if I ask, do they understand your value before they get to you? It's even more often that they say no. And that, to me, as a venue owner myself, is a massive opportunity, because we want what we want and we want it now. So if we're making it harder on people, then we're just creating friction in the buying process. So, all right, now, when we talked about creating a clear and compelling value proposition, there's a couple of steps to that. So the first, from my perspective, is really understanding what is the current demand that exists in your marketplace. Because I believe, as a business owner, we don't create demand. The better we are at finding and filling existing demand in the marketplace, the more couples want to buy, and you don't have to sell, right? So step number one is getting really clear on what is the demand and what's the part of the market that's less saturated. Because from a practical perspective, when we all built venues, we could stand out because of our style, or because of our capacity, or because of our price point. But we all now have competitors that are a lot like us, and that's going to continue to be true. So, right? So the first step is, what is the real current demand, and what part of the market is less saturated? Number two is, who is the client that actually has that need? I talk to venue owners all the time, and what I hear is like, oh, Kristin, we're happy for anybody who books with us. I get that, and we're all grateful people, and if couples don't understand why you're the best fit for them, again, we're making it harder. So who is the client who has that need in the marketplace? And then number three is, what do they really want? If you don't know the answer to that question, that's absolutely an opportunity in your business now. The fourth step is to package that up in a way that couples actually understand it. When you do those four things successfully together, now couples start to say, oh my gosh, this is the venue that I've been looking for. I actually understand what you have to offer. I'm excited to pay your rental fee and what you're offering, right? They're not asking you to discount. They're not negotiating with you. And then, guys, and this is like the aha moment I hope that you have from today. And then when you do that, the next questions become, how do I advertise it? So the questions we're usually asking ourselves is, how do I advertise what I've got better? But I want to challenge you today to instead say, how do I package up what I have so that it meets a marketplace need and couples actually want to buy? You're making it easier for yourself for the long term, from my perspective. So when you do this, the advertising tactics that you implement in your business are more effective. Right? It makes sense, because you're actually advertising what couples want, not just being another beautiful choice that they have to choose from. And we only have 10 minutes today. They're about to kick me off the stage, guys. So my challenge to you is, take this approach with you over the next few days. What I'm saying here, I think, is different than what a lot of folks will probably tell you. And so I'm excited for you to come and have a conversation with us if we kind of sparked your curiosity here. But really ask yourself the question, am I solving the right problem first? Am I solving the right problem first? Guys, my name is Kristin Binford. If you're looking for me, thank you. If you're looking for me online anywhere, at Wedding Venue Owner, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the places. We have an online community for wedding venue owners. If you type in Facebook in the search bar, building and running a profitable wedding venue, we would love to have you all join us there. And then Janie, Jerry, and I will be at booth 218 if you want to talk more. We're really excited to meet other venue owners. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.